What's up, y'all? We're back again with another movie review video with the X-Men trilogy series, Marvel Universe, whatever this is. Again, not an X-Men fan per se. I was a really big Marvel fan for years until they went woke just recently. Never got into the X-Men because I never quite understood the time travel situation that went on. But then, you know, Marvel did the whole Infinity War 5 years snap thing. So I really can't use that as an excuse anymore. So today we are going to be watching X-Men First Class. And from what I am told, this is the kickoff. Kickoff. Last week we watched Wolverine, and that was fascinating. CGI was terrible. This week, X-Men First Class. Did this come out before or after?
It's all a complete and utter jumbled mess.
Okay, we've already established that. So, but in the timeline, is this after?
This is in the 60s.
60s.
So
this is before Wolverine then.
So this is like the origin story of all of X, pretty much Xavier.
Professor X.
Correct.
Xavier, and whatever his name is.
So it's the beginning. Okay. But again, it's all a jumbled mess.
Yeah. I'm not going to pretend to understand half of it. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, hit the like button on all of our socials, all just very conveniently linked down below for you guys. And remember, if you want to watch 2 hours and 11 minutes of me in my studio, in my attic, watching X-Men First Class, don't forget to go subscribe to our Patreon, because this ain't cheap, as I've been made painstakingly aware of when it comes to technology. The days of reacting to videos from an iPad stacked on a chair on like 7 thesauruses, that day is done. Anyway, the idea that people watch other people watching movies is fascinating, but then again, I do it, so shameless name drop here. My mom and I's favorite YouTube commentator is a lady named Charlotte Dobre. I'll just be walking around my house and I'll hear that woman's voice from the laundry room, and it's my mother. I wonder if other people have that same situation, but with me. Like someone in their house is watching my stuff and they just hear my voice like I lived there. I swear if this kombucha explodes on me.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Oh, it's exploding! I opened this earlier. 20th Century Fox. In association with Marvel Entertainment, and now it's just Disney Entertainment. What is Dune Entertainment? I've seen that a lot recently. Is that somehow related to the Dune movies? Ooh, this is World War II. I saw that it said Poland, 1944. Is this when we're gonna get the Magneto explanation? I was about to say, does this mean that he is also like immortal too? But if this movie was set in the 60s and this is like, let's say he's 13, I guess that would only make him in his 30s when this time took place. Do all mutants get their abilities from like some catastrophic, like horrible monstrosity happening to them? Is that the only way they get their powers? Because that seems to be the vibe these days.
Who are you?
Not your mother. It's Mystique. And it's a child. Nah, different is having freckles and like being a redhead. This is just straight up weird. Do we ever find out where this child just came from? Like, where are your parents? I feel like that should be explained at some point. Are we not gonna get English subtitles for German? Fun fact, actually, about the swastika. Did you guys know that the Native Americans actually coined that exact spider thing? Like back in the 1800s? And it supposedly meant peace. There it goes.
Ja, wunderbar.
No, because that is a valid response when you just killed his mom in front of him. For a split second, you almost wanted to feel sorry for those guards, and then you realize what prison they're in. Not feel any remorse. And you know, I think the whole sad part about this is that they actually did experiments on Jews like this in Auschwitz. Not mutants, but inhumane, terrible, awful experiments. Because we can't understand a thing that they're saying. Did you guys also know that the Pentagon has a budget for movies? I know, I'm shocked as well. They actually have a budget for, like, having input in Hollywood films. Like all kinds of crazy movies too. One of the most predominant ones, I think, X-Men First Class. One of the most predominant ones is Transformers. Like when you think about that for a second, it's kind of telling. If we're assuming that this came out, 2011? That was at a time in America where people actually respected or at least honored the Holocaust. Nowadays, if this came out in 2024, you'd literally have people arguing that it didn't happen. And that it was just something that happened in a movie.
Pint of bitter for me and a brandy for the lady, please.
How did you know that?
Lucky guess. Name's Xavier. Charles Xavier.
Oh, it's Xavier.
Hit your
Does she have a crush on him? Are they a couple? Is this like Captain America and like Black Widow kind of situation? You ever notice how when they're doing like a teeth brushing scene in a movie, when they spit and then they come back up, there's like no toothpaste in their mouth whatsoever? Like they don't rinse at all? Okay, so context clues. That's Nazi gold. Magneto has the gold. Is he asking him where he got it? Oh. Ow. My mother, whenever I reach for something in the kitchen, when she said no. Ugh. Ah. Where's the medal? Is it a cavity? Oh, it's a crown, isn't it? Ugh. Ow. I hate the dentist. No, thank you. Ow.
Yeah.
It's the chick from
Yes, it
Annie!
is. That's 3 mob bosses, the Italian ambassador, and the CEO of Lockheed.
Lockheed Martin?
What are you doing?
Using some equipment the CIA didn't give me.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. And also terrible. Knowing what I know now, how many of those girls are like being trafficked and doing that? Once you go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories and the deep state, like you can't watch a Hollywood film without going, dang, they really do just put it right in front of us. That's why I feel like there was a trap door in that room somewhere. Oh gosh. Because all I can think about now is that German song about Barbara's rhubarb pie from TikTok. No? No one? Wow, okay. You know, it's the Abadabadabada, the Bundesbast.
Sagen, dass Barbaras Rhabarberkuchen ohne Wenn und Aber gar eine geradezu magische Erfahrung war. Abracadabra.
No one? Okay. Well.
There's not a fortress in the world that could keep us out.
Oh, she's like Xavier. That's fun. I feel like that would be such a gross power to have. Because how often would you hear things you did not want to hear?
Where's Azazel?
Versus what? Well, that's a demon, quite literally.
Henry.
Yeah.
I agree with you, General. I've reconsidered.
What?
Henry is here, so unless he magically traveled 3,000 miles in the last 10 minutes, listen to me. I suggest that you stop wasting.
Is it Mystique? Is it a body double? You know, I gotta say, the stories that my dad would tell about those rooms where they talk about, you know, the destruction of, like, possibly everything, don't look as cool as that. It's a lot less cliche in real life. They don't really actually have a big red button. It's more like a key. And that's why they always say every 4 years they just hand over the keys to the next dude. Because they know they'll get them back in another term or so. Argentina. Fun history fact for everybody. Argentina is the place where a lot of Nazi scientists went to go hide because Argentina was giving immunity to them in exchange for learning all the secrets that they uncovered. Specifically, the Nazi scientists from the camps.
Maybe that's why he's in Argentina.
No, it just made me think of that. Like, for instance, Dr. Joseph Mengele, also known as the Angel of Death, he did a lot of the twin experiments and the experiments on people regarding, like, what, you know, temperature the body officially shuts down and whatnot at. He hid in Argentina. And when the Americans sent, like, a SEAL Team 6 out there, he ended up, like, being found and, like, living in this little shack. And it was really small and tiny. And they got justice. And that's the best part of the whole situation.
Schweinebauer.
feel like you're about to die.
Anzüge Düsseldorfs gemacht.
Meine Eltern kamen aus.
Alright, best guess of what they're saying. Gentlemen, we are from the Third Reich. We brothers. And then one of them is gonna say something like Hitler, so they know that that's actually what's happening. Oh, nice. I feel like he's saying we worked for Hitler and we did our jobs and blah 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 blah. We were just doing what we were told. That's always their excuse. We were just doing our jobs. Ooh. Well, that's problematic for you, my guy. If I was that bar owner, I would not get involved with the Nazi scientist dudes.
Let's just say I'm Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, that's a hard line. You know, I gotta say, those really tall, weird-looking glasses don't have as much liquid in them as you would think.
I need another drink, and you
It's an optical illusion. Like, I poured one out one time, and it was like maybe 6 ounces. Question. Do we think that the dude in the really beige jacket is the son or the father of the guy who made Wolverine? Well, that must come in handy at a little party trick.
America currently placing in Turkey.
Oh, damn.
He's a goddamn spy. You brought a gun.
He's not a spy, you idiot. Literally, right there. Freaking. They're shooketh right now.
I've lost short. There's something blocking me. This has never happened to me before. I think there's someone like me on that ship.
Like you?
I'm sorry, a telepath. This is incredible. I could actually feel her inside my mind. I'm very sorry, but I don't think I'm going to be much help to you tonight. You're on your own.
Well, that's useful. Oh, actually, that kind of makes sense because diamonds are supposedly one of the hardest substances. So if you can use that to stop someone else from penetrating your mind, you put up a block. It's Kevin. No, that's not his name. Magneto. What's his real name? Magneto. It'd be some Jewish name. What is it? Either way, though, this is when my thalassophobia would have, like, absolutely start honing in really bad. Which, for those of you who don't know, is a fear of deep, dark water that you don't know what's in it. I like lagoons. This is not. Don't we all wish that we could just get in our little submarines at the bottom of our fancy multi-billion-dollar yachts?
To my facility. My mission has been to investigate the application of paranormal powers in military defense.
So we're assuming that that's his personal facility, like some weird Tony Stark situation, or why is it always the Russians?
It's the 60s.
Okay, I got it. Cold War. My point, though, is right now, every time, it's always either two countries, Germany or Russia, in every movie. Those are the two countries we hate the most. That and Cuba.
You're not a stupid person. You know why that is.
I know, but there are lots of other countries that America has beef with. But for some reason, we pick these 3, technically 2, and then only talk about that. I hate to break it to everybody, but America has been involved in a lot more wars than just those 2. He's a big blue beast, I'm pretty sure, at least, right? Oh, they have a crush on each other. Great party trick. Now put your shoes back on. Your dogs are out.
You're amazing.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Girl, get out of the house more often. What? She sees one dude who has hands for feet and then all of a sudden is starstruck.
You need to remember, she's the blue freak of nature.
Mm-hmm.
She sees somebody else who has a physical or, problem, and she's attracted to it.
Okay, fine.
Come on
Whatever.
now. You got to remember from her perspective.
Way to compliment her and degrade her all in one breath.
Get me the sandwich, woman.
I will fucking popcorn at you.
I said a sandwich, not a popcorn.
You know what, Ori? Go get that popcorn. Your dad's being a pain. Arrgh! Again with the blood work!
Did I hurt you?
This is one freaking thing I hate.
Kinky.
Ugh.
She always got friends. You could do with some.
What's that saying? You'd rather have like one or two friends than like
Hank
a room
turned that
full of
radar installation into a
acquaintances.
transmitter. It's
Something like
designed to amplify. Charles is fine with the CIA being involved. Isn't that right?
I mean, y'all are gonna kill your sitting president in a hot minute, but you know, whatever. Yeah, trust the CIA. Americans' favorite thing to do is to call something what it is, but just in a different language because it makes it sound really fancy. Okay, if this is the same like cerebrum program that he gets in like his little school thing, how does he get it? Because the CIA does not have a history of giving up their secrets to just like your average Joe Schmo. They usually would rather admit that they like lost it, quote unquote, before they ever gave it up.
I'm pretty sure that Charles can take the secrets out of their mind without them even knowing. So
That is true. That is true. That was Juliet O'Hara, wasn't it? Right? Right? Anybody? Psych? I recognize that snarky attitude towards men anywhere.
I'm Eric Lensher. Sounds Xavier.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey. You have a sparkling personality. I feel like people are just drawn to you in the room. It's Wolverine! He does. He has a very
we were more
warm...
excited about the extra than the Wolverine cameo in the movie when we're watching a series about Wolverine and Deadpool.
Right. I hate to break it to you, but Juliet O'Hara is everything I aspire to be and more, except being blonde. I don't feel like doing that. But the attitude, the snarkiness, kick ass, fight scenes, love it all.
Incredible, Eric. We can help them. Can we?
See, this is so gay because what dude looks at another dude and says, you know what I would love to do with you? Let's take a chessboard and go to the Lincoln Monument at sunrise and then play it together. I've seen this scene on TikTok. Is one of them spits on the statue, right? And he's gonna put his head in the fish tank, right? 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 I've seen this scene. Okay, but like, how is that useful in a fighting situation? Bro, let's take this fight to the lake. I can breathe underwater. My guy needs to work on aiming. He has about as good aim as the 4-year-old boy I babysat the other day when I had to take him to the restroom. Like, why do people bring you their children without being potty trained? I was not prepared for some of the things that I've had to do as a babysitter. But my mom says it will prepare me for motherhood. And she just said, good luck. So you guys don't understand because you're dudes and you don't babysit.
I do understand. And yes, I have babysat.
Oh, you have babysat?
My life didn't start when I met you, Savannah.
I'm sorry, but most people don't hire guys for babysitting because usually they'd rather have women. It's a stereotype. It is a common one for a reason.
What are you doing?
You gave a bunch of 20-year-olds access to, like, alcohol in an empty room.
Who
Like,
destroyed the statue?
It was Alex.
why
No,
aren't you
how?
surprised? Oh my gosh, why is everyone, like, acting like they're a bunch of misbehaving teenagers? Like, they're, like, 20-year-olds and they're bored and they have powers and it's a lay it on a measure kind
They're
of competition.
At a government facility.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they didn't give them a briefing on what to do and not to do. Listen, when you're in your 20s, you got to be very specific because they are dumb creatures sometimes. Point A to point B to point C.
I know.
No matter what happens, act normally. I'll take care of this, all right?
Fight me, Barry. Oh, razor wire on the body.
Slinky, slinky.
Oh, Barry, that's horrible. These poor Turkish guards are just kind of like miserable now. Random question. When everyone else watched the Chronicles of Narnia and freaking Edmund took the Turkish delight from the Snow Witch Queen, did anyone ever wonder what Turkish delight tasted like? Because it's covered in powdered sugar, so I can't help but think it's delicious. If I ever go to Turkey, I'm trying Turkish delight.
You're never going to get anything from me while I'm like this.
Is it because you don't have a brain or because you're crystal or diamond? I don't really know what you are. Okay, but if she's Crystal, how is this choking her is my question. Freaking... Look at the popcorn. Over there. Okay, so they're starting nuclear war.
Radiation gave birth to mutants. What will kill the humans will only make us stronger.
Oh, they're trying to cleanse the planet of humans.
Beautiful, isn't it?
No. You know, our government has run experiments about if actually we did nuclear bomb the entire world, it would not be possible to come back from it.
But I'd rather a bunch of guys stare at me with my clothes off than the way these ones stare at me. At us.
What? That doesn't make sense. You would rather them stare at you lustfully and wanting your body versus just being stupid and douchebags? I'd rather have the latter. Demon! Woo! And demon.
What is that?
Oh. You're about to go splat. And he did. Oh. Oh. They're all going splat. Okay, okay, okay. That's a horrible way to die. I always feel sorry for the random guards and just, you know, people who are just doing their jobs who always end up, like, dying in the most gruesome ways. Yeah, I'm with Darwin on this one. His tail is a knife. Hopefully their families still get their pensions. Death by explosion from a mutant. Oh no.
Adapt to this.
In theory, though, he should be able to, right? Right? Oh, he's dying, isn't he? Why do all the good ones have to die? So problematic. Okay, this is Moscow, Russia. The mother country. Nope, that's the wrong accent. Mother country. Nope, still wrong. This is good. Nope, that's German. We've already, like, established World War II happened. Concentration camps were mutant testing zones. Are we assuming that what's about to happen is the Cuban Missile Crisis, but Marvel version? Why do the good antagonists always try to convince the other anti-hero antagonists to, like, not tell the 20-year-olds to get revenge? It never actually works.
Nuclear response.
Okay, so this whole situation gives me Chinese balloon flying all the way across America and then getting to the Atlantic Ocean before we decide to shoot it down. Like, why does they have to pass a certain line before we go, yes, that's a threat?
Well, it was a hardship softened by me. Come on.
Okay, that is not a brother-sister relationship right there. Are they love interests, yes or no? Because they're acting a little cozy. Her more so than him. He's oblivious, as most men are. Alright, my guy over here is explaining something about taking nuclear missiles from Mother Russia and taking them, I would assume, west to east. Then you would be near California. So are we gonna go, like, all the way around to Africa, then, like, back up the coast, go across the Atlantic Ocean?
They're going to Cuba.
I know!
Then what the hell are you talking about?
Well, if they went east to west, they would have to go around South America. But if they go west to east, they would have to go around Africa. So either way, they're having to go, like, down and back up around a giant continent.
Are you drunk today? What's going
No,
on?
I'm not. But I would really love a cucumber. Pushing yourself is convincing your friend to eat another entire plate of soft tacos. This just seems like attempted murder.
Steam as hard as you can. You need the sound waves to be supersonic. Catch them at the right angle and they should carry you.
I feel like this is a bad idea.
That's reassuring.
And you didn't even give the lad a helmet. He's already a ginger. Needs more help. He's gonna fall into a bush. Who says you're, like, a super fast dude, though? Like, is he about to, like, run all the way around? He's pulling a Captain America on your left! That's actually on your right, but You're not gonna die.
I'm not gonna make you do anything you don't feel comfortable with, all right?
That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. Scream! Fine. There you go.
Wonderful work, Hank. Thank you very much. All right, Alex.
Why
I
did
want
you
to
just
hit the
correct?
X and try not to hit me.
That's the closest he's ever gonna get.
Totally copped a feel with that.
I totally what?
Copped a feel.
Oh, yeah.
You never heard that term?
Cop to feel.
Cop a feel?
Caught a feel.
Oh my gosh, never mind.
No. I just fiddle your mind a little bit. That sounded weird.
Don't ever say that again.
Fiddle your mind? I just like creep on in here for a second. Can I just scooch up on in here? Can I just scooch on in here and tell you about your God's extended warranty? Okay. Never mind. See, bro's about to like start tearing up talking to Eric here. And you're really gonna sit there and tell me they're both straight? I'm sorry, but this is such a bromance.
As an attack by the Soviet Union.
Bro, they're about to kill you. Like, really soon.
Full retaliatory response
Would run.
upon the Soviet
That's what I suggest.
Okay, so basically, if I understand this correctly, Shaw is playing both sides. He's trying to get the Russians to take the missiles over. And he's trying to convince the Americans that if they come near, that they should attack. So, is he gonna, like, have both of them fire on each other and, like, have one blame the other and then the other blame the other one? And then basically, like, no one knows who actually started it. So, like, we all just screw each other over?
Remember when they read her mind? That's what he wants.
I just thought he wanted to destroy the world.
Yeah. The Cuban Missile Crisis, as they cross the embargo,
Mm-hmm.
they nuke each other into
Well,
the
that's
world.
fun. Nothing says romance like going to the girl you like with a syrup that will change her and being like, oh, let's take this together. Okay, but if he loses his hand feet and they look normal, that means that he is in fact going to lose his powers. Because it's the fact that he has hands for feet that make him like super fast.
Beautiful, Hank. Everything you are perfect.
Aww.
To be honest, he is the biggest baby ever. Wear socks. Situation over.
It is true. Like,
I
isn't
mean,
that what he's been doing?
Yeah.
Like, so what? You can't wear chacos.
His insecurity is written so poorly. Like,
Yeah, well, isn't he about to turn blue?
I'm proud.
Aren't they both blue? I thought he was blue from the beginning. Like the big furry Bigfoot looking dude.
But even if you look beautiful now.
Dude, no!
Need this cure.
It's not a cure if you weren't sick before. My gosh. Men, take notes. Never tell a girl that she either looked beautiful as she is now or she didn't before whatever changed. Like, why? Like, he could have said, you're beautiful in this form and you're beautiful in that form. The choice is yours, but no. Stupid here had to open up his big mouth.
He has to be stopped. I'm not gonna stop Shaw. I'm gonna kill him.
Okay, hot take here for movies. But, like, sometimes you do have to kill the villain because putting them in prison is too risky. And do they deserve that, honestly? He's going to town on his toes over there. Disgusting. Oh! Needles. Needles. Oh. No, 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 no. And it's not even, like, a butterfly needle, too. That would look like a 16 gauge needle. Like, Wow, a foot. Now you look like literally every other dude with glasses. There goes your originality. Ow! Is this like growing pains? I feel like that would hurt. Like growing pains. I think growing pains are worse for boys. Because honestly, my entire life, I don't remember ever having growing pains. But my brother, on the other hand, he was always complaining about them when he was younger.
well, men sprout a lot bigger.
I mean, yeah, but we have to grow
and more
too.
muscles.
Surprise.
Okay, but still. Like, ratio-wise, we still have to grow. I thought she had a crush on what's his name? Mr. Insecurity, not Eric.
perfection.
That's gross. He's
pass me my robe.
young enough to be
don't
your
have to hide.
daughter.
She's his age.
She is?
Do you not pay attention to the film?
Whoa.
She was Charles's age when they were kids.
Yeah, but that's Charles, not Eric.
They're the same age.
Okay, well, that wasn't made excessively clear. We got a Ginger, knockoff Justin Timberlake, an old dude, a Blueberry, and Bigfoot. Oh, and the adult supervision. What are you saying? We're in position, we're about to shoot. God help us all. May the Russians be victorious. Get ready to launch. Russian is so weird. I wonder if we sound like that to Russians. He's saying there's a dude in there who is about to release the X-Men, run for cover, or surrender and prepare to be boarded. Mayday, mayday. This is a terrible idea. I want to go home. Saying, bro, what the heck did you just do? Why are you doing this? You plan on starting a war? And he's like, I don't know what just happened. And they're saying, to the brig with you.
I'm pretty
and then
sure he actually was like, you just saved the world from World War III. To the brig, basically, is what he did. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Well, that's what I just said, to the brig. Bombay door. That's a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast. Bombay door, Bombay door, Bombay door, Bombay door, Bombay door. Okay, but he can't breathe underwater, so what's the plan? Oh, he's just full on like kamikazeing it. He's like a flying squirrel. He's falling with style. Okay, so the ability to control metal with your mind, is that a brain muscle or like a hand muscle? Like when you work it really that hard, like pulling a full-on submarine out of the freaking Gulf of Mexico, like what's tired, your head or your hand? Or is it more like your whole body? Dang. Also, at what point does Xavier lose the ability to walk? Or was the wheelchair thing just a ruse? Also, your sub just got ripped out of the water and like thrown across an entire island. Why isn't your little glass room shattered? Okay, that should totally change his flight plan. Having one arm pulled down and the other arm out. Did we learn nothing in physics class? So I'm really confused. What memo did Angel get that said, like, the stripper-esque leather was a good idea to wear to Cuba to fight? Classic Magneto helmet.
I'm going to count to 3, and I'm going to move the coin.
Like, I have no idea what he just said, but like... Oh. They're gonna use him as a human slot machine, aren't they? Human slot machine. Yeah. 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 Oh gosh. Oh. It's like a train wreck. It's horrible. You can't look away. Oh, and he used the same coin from...
Is he gonna be okay?
Well, you know, if you maybe put another 5 cents in him, he might come back to life just for like another 30-second ride. Wait, how is he holding him up is my question. Like, I thought you can only control metal.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Are they about to like fire all their weapons at once? Oh, okay, spoke too soon. So basically the Americans are firing on them because they're trying to get rid of the Russians. The Russians are firing on them to get rid of the mutants, and everyone just wants to kill each other. Okay. There's like literally almost $1 billion in like weaponry shot off, like just right there alone. All those dudes are gonna die now. He's gonna turn them around. There we go.
I've been at the mercy of men just following orders.
And that's the kicker right there.
Never again.
And see, I can understand why he did that.
So you sympathize with Magneto?
No, I sympathize with him having to have the excuse of I've been suffering at the men just following orders from a concentration camp survivor. Because that's literally every single Nazi that's been on trial since then. That's their excuse that they've used. I was just following orders.
Again, you're sympathizing with the...
Magneto's not the bad guy.
He is 100% always been the bad guy of X-Men, yes.
He's the anti-hero is how I always thought. Magneto's the bad
they
guy?
They turned him into an anti-hero in this film, but no. In the comics and stuff like that, he's not. His goal is what Shaw is. He wants to get rid of humans.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I don't agree with that.
What he
I just could understand.
I thought you did.
Oh, is he paralyzed? Is that how he gets paralyzed? He's paralyzed, isn't he? Bro, you are the one who just did that. You did this. He didn't do anything. She was trying to stop you, you sociopath. What the heck? Okay, this guy's bipolar.
The humans have played their hand. Now we get ready to play ours.
Just what? Exactly.
Who's with me?
She's gonna go, isn't she?
No more hiding.
I like Mystique is gonna go. This Mystique is an anti-hero, is she not?
Oh, Jesus. Gentlemen, this is why the CIA is no place for a woman.
Okay. Like you've never accidentally kissed your coworker before.
Magneto.
Wow. What did Namone say? Mode? Knock it! He did the whole cape thing. Wait till he gets stuck in a wind turbine. Dead in an instant. Well, that certainly was an interesting movie. You know, I can't really say that one was my favorite, but it definitely was the most cliche.
So with this one, the only reason why we're watching it, it's not my favorite either.
Yeah.
Is because the next one we're gonna watch in the X-Men series is, in my opinion, the greatest one.
Which is
Days of Future Past. It is phenomenal. It is such a
well-written. Can I get kind of like
movie.
a plot?
No.
Okay.
Because it's great. It's
Fine.
just good. It's my favorite X-Men.
Do we get
movie.
Wolverine in it?
Yes, it's a Wolverine movie. But that's what we needed this to preface that.
To lead up. Okay.
Yeah, in this one, it is kind of boring. It's kind of but it's the establishing one.
It wasn't that it was boring. It was just that it was cliche. But this is an early 2010s movie, so like what did I expect?
It's not as boring as Wolverine Origins, but it is a lot of exposition, a lot of just beginning, not really kind of meh. Again, the next one,
we're leading up to the
we're going to go
stuff.
into it a little bit more when we do this next. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. We're going to give a little more information because you're going to need it. Because again, we are watching things kind of out of order, and we haven't watched the first trilogy, the 2000 trilogy, the original one.
Yeah, the ones that came out in
2000s. Yeah, beginning to
something
2000s.
sometime around there.
Yeah, and so
well, that was my raw reaction to X-Men First Class. If you are watching this on YouTube, it is most likely a Friday. But if you want to get early access to it, as well as the full, unfiltered, unedited version with all of the shenanigans, including the dog interruptions, the cat trying to break into the room, and very nice, sassy commentary, you can go to Patreon and you can get all access, depending on which tier you get, of course. Please, go check it out. It's going to be some very interesting content. If you've been an OG around here forever, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, if you have any movie requests, I will be voting for them on Patreon. So go on there, subscribe, request a movie, and I will most likely be reacting to it. So this should be a very interesting thing. Until next time.